This map first impressions video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Przemasowo, or at least that is how Google Translate has once again told me to pronounce this map. I looked at the name and first thing I did was said, Google, translate that. And it came up as Polish, so there you go. That's not the intended pronunciation. Well, I don't know what else it could possibly be, because, well, that doesn't seem to sound anything like what I just said, but hey. Let's go ahead and talk about the map. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website and is in the in-game mod hub. This map is also available, as of the time of this recording, for all platforms. According to the description, there are 41 areas that you can purchase on the map, 32 arable fields, and 2 forests. There are several sell points on the map and a drivable train, which we will ride around in during our video. You can sell to Sawmill for trains, so it looks like you can sell logs from the train, as well as loading ramps to load things onto the train at the farm. 32 variable size fields, as I've already mentioned. Field 12 is prepared for placeables. And, well, let's go ahead and just jump on in. Pull up the log. Map loads up pretty quick, and here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. On out here, look at the lands area. You can see at the start we own field 12 and the main farm. Now it says field number 12, prepared for the development of the farm. I believe that is basically meaning that we own that field at the start and it is already planted and ready for us to make use of. Not that it is a placeable section, as I initially said. I was just going off of what the translation was telling me. We do have an area down here north of field 30 we need to check out. That looks like that could very well be a placeable spot. Lots of land areas, as we said. We've got a forest up here to the north, $297,000. The forest to the south, $568,000. Got some small fields here from $124,000 on up. Then our largest field looks to be just a hair under $1 million at $988,000. Is a BGA here on the map. It is just north of the main farm, and you can buy that for $368,000. This map does have all of the standard crops available in Farm Sim 19. See here we have 4 main sell points for the bulk of our crops. Also have a dedicated sell point for cotton and 3 sell points for eggs and 3 sell points for milk. Main barn will accept our silage, hay, straw, and grass if we do not own the BGA, and then the sawmill will obviously take our wood chips also. As far as starting equipment goes, you can see we start all with equipment that is low on operating hours and well maintained. Nothing has been leased at the beginning. We do not start with any animal pens, nor do we start with any animals. And we do have contracts on the map, both transportation and then various field work. Let's take a look at that starting equipment. See, we start out by owning 3 tractors, the Case Fendt 511C, Case New Holland 7210 Pro, and another 7210 Pro. Our tractors range in horsepower from 115 to 170 horsepower at the start. We have the Bison Super Z056 harvester with 4.2 meter FMZ grain header. We have the HW80 trailer, Polymog Raw 300 cultivator, Amazon D830 seeder, pair of weights, and then Easy Shed 3 and our farmhouse. Take a look and see if we have any type of custom placeables here on the map. Doesn't look like it is, so we pretty much have the base placeables included on the map, and that is about it. Let's take a quick look here at the main farm. We've got our farmhouse. We've got our farm silo, which, as you can see, train basically drives through and by. Here is your silo dump point. There's the pipe for the silo out. And then we also have a pipe here, silo out in train. So I have a grain dump for the train. Then we have our Easy Shed 3 here, where we have our starting equipment placed. Let's go ahead and prep for a flyover, and well, basically we'll see what the map looks like from above. We'll get in the train, ride around it from that perspective, and then get in our Mahindra and give it a drive around that perspective. All right, let's go ahead and take to the air. Should be pretty good. So here we have field 12. We have the main farm. Train tracks going off in the distance. We have the southern part of the map. Northern section of the map. Yes, let's go ahead and make it this way. Here's those 3 small fields. These would be very easy fields to merge together. Coming up here to our vehicle shop, as well as our fuel station. Here is the interesting beach shot that we have seen in the Farm Sim mod hub. Posting for the map. Complete with the whale skeleton. That kind of the mission is on the American map. Placed here. Train. Here is the northern forest. Not super dense. Horse riding area up here. Now, a big section of this industrial complex appears to be fairly unutilized. The only thing actually that seems to be utilized over here is the sawmill. We have our log trigger right there by the log crane. We have our wood chips trigger over here by the wood chip pile. And then the rest of this area here seems to be going completely unused. At least as of the initial release of the map. When I was from the train perspective, I really like this map border, the way this looks. Train, hopefully we'll be able to show that off once we get in the train and take a little ride around. First up, we have the spinnery for wool and cotton sales to our right. Train transfer silo there. Here we have the southern forest. And here we have that placeable area that I thought we were going to see. Right down there, fairly good sized placeable area. Got the castle from the Felsburn map. I guess the two main architectural aspects of each map has now been included here. Got the dock, a sell point. And at that point, that's pretty much what we've got going on. Make our way back over here. We have the BGA here, and then we have the animal buy point, the barn, and then another grain sell point. What we're going to do is we're going to actually come down here and we're going to hitch a ride on the train here at the main farm. We're just going to wait for the train to come around and then jump on in. All right, here comes the train. So let's go ahead and hitch a ride. Oops. What I get for trying to do something. Have the game screen selected. There we go. Zoom on out as far as we can with the train. Around to the train transfer station. Allow us to transfer grain to and from train, as well as store it. Making our way up north between fields 25 and 26. And what I was saying about the map boundary, at least from the train's perspective, this is a really good job the way it's done at this level. Higher up than this, it kind of falls apart. I really do think it looks fairly good at this level. The mountains off in the distance, some of those trees, lower res trees off in the distance. Then the foreground, rocky cliffs there, and then of course the near ground trees. Here we are coming through the sawmill area. Wood chip sell point, and then the log sell point right here at the crane. Make our way across the northern side of the map. Big old field 4 here to our right, kind of on a rolling hillside. Field 5 is not totally flat, but it is on a bit of a flatter hillside. The horse riding area, horse training area up here on the upper level. It's rock face. Then we have the northern forest here to our left. Not super densely populated with trees, so it shouldn't take too terrible long to clear out. And once it clears out, you can pretty much use that for whatever purpose you want, including putting down placeables, creating up a field, whatever. Now we're going to make our way down the, not really on the far edge of the western side of the map, but we are making our way down the western side of the map. Beach, harbor, dock, pier, I guess you should call that, not the dock. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hop off here at the store. At this point, the train is just going to loop on around right here to the farm where we picked up the ride. Went ahead and while I was waiting, purchased the Mahindra. Doing that all the way out. Look here at the shop. We have our repair, customize, and sell trigger right here at the side of the shop. Fuel for the map. Let's head on up here to the harbor area. In the harbor area, we have a sell point and then a lime fill silo. We have our sell point here. Around now, this is pretty cool. This would be interesting if once those factory scripts and such forth come out, that type of area could be utilized for all kinds of stuff. It'd be quite interesting to see. It's our lime trigger. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and just make our way up north. Check out the pier and the beach a little bit. 100% recreational area here on the map. It is an interesting area nonetheless to have built out. Definitely gives the map a bit of character. And managed to drive under here. Go. Squeak on through here. And make our way up the hill here to the mission. Mission is all just purely decorative. Let's see if we can't sneak down around here. Find a road and basically get back on the road here. All right. Back in the business now. Check the map. Now up here to Railroad Silo West. This is once again another one of those grain transfer stations to transfer from the train to land and also act as a storage silo. Have that northern forest we talked about, that not super densely planted in trees. Be too terrible hard to clear that area out. Oh, going down that hill pretty quick. Let's take a look here at the 3 sell points here in this next section. It's kind of set up as an animal area. We have the animal dealer, we have the barn, and then just a general grain sell point. First thing we come up to is the barn here. This is the sell point for silage, hay, straw, and grass. Animal buy trigger is right here under this pole light. Here you go. Animal trigger. And then, of course, we have the dump station for our crop sales right here. Talking about this statue the other day in a live stream about the disappointment of the deer. See, we have got the bird. We have deer underneath it that we never got to see in Farm Sim. We got the dog. Joy to the dog. I'm so glad the dog came here, not the deer. We have the sheep, pig, and then the cow. The only animal really that we're missing there, or the animals that we're missing that are in game, are the chicken and the horse. And the animal that is missing from the game that we do have on the statue is, of course, the deer. Maybe one day. Maybe Farm Sim 21. Maybe that'll be my top wish. Farm Sim 21. Bring us the deer. So here we have our BGA purchase. So we've got the digester here and the digestate fill spout. Pretty standard Farm Sim 19 BGA. We have our silo trigger shaft for that one. And for this one, now they extend out quite a ways. They extend all the way out to here. Wonder if they extend that far on the other side? Not as far, but they do extend out a fair bit on either bunker on opposite sides also. So we've seen our farm. It's going to loop around and then make our way over to the train station sawmill. Map overall is mostly flat. Some small terrain elevation changes, but for the most part, everything is flat here, or flat-ish. Here we have our wood chip sell point. Then we have 2 log sell points. We have one here to in theory facilitate unloading at the train. Then we have one back here. Take a look at the triggers here. Got one right there where we're parked. So we do not have, yeah we do, we've got a wood chip trigger here in the front of the wood chip pile. And then a trigger over there by the crane. Said. Also have, may just be decorative, station mill. Yeah. Station mill. That's what I thought. So we do see here a dump trigger on the train line This is a train-only sell point right there. Let's make our way down to the southern portion of the map. We'll check out the spinnery, grain elevator central, and the railroad silo east. So I haven't mentioned it yet, but I will mention that if you start this map on farm manager mode or start from scratch mode, you'll find that you don't own any land, and the farmhouse and the easy shed are also missing, as well as equipment. So at the main farm, the only thing that exists is the silo. That is because it's also on the train line. Equipment or any buildings to put down that you'll have to put those down yourself. Have plenty of funds to do that because, of course, you start with $1.25 million. Biggest field on the map here is $900,000. Should be able to buy starting fields, farm, and your houses without too much of a hassle. Here we have the spinnery. Just need to bring your wool, cotton here to this pad in front of the building, in front of the loading dock. We have another grain silo transfer area where we can dump grain in and store it, or we can dump grain in from a train car and pull it out with a trailer, or vice versa. Put grain in with a trailer and put it into the train to transport around the map and sell. It is pretty cool and pretty convenient that you can also do that with the main farm silo. So many maps you have to make multiple trips from farm silo to transfer area, and then get in the train and then bring the train around, load up the train, and then take it to the sell point. It's nice that you can kind of leapfrog that step. Here we have a central grain elevator. This is a sell point. What's going on? I'm stuck. Stuck on. Oh my. There's a collision there. I don't think anyone has ever... Really, no one's ever tried to go into the grain elevator from this side. And I have to say, they probably haven't paid too much attention to coming off the grain elevator from that side, because they would have come off and just dropped like a rock off of that collision. See, we can drive over that, but watch. This... I mean, clearly that's not right. So, that's going to need to be updated. Way to go, Giants. With your testing. It's yet another reason why I like to drive over sell points. And let's see here. How do we get into this placeable area? Oh, there is a road down there. The last thing I want to take a look at is this large placeable spot behind the grain elevator. .30 zone, huh? what was I saying? Before I suddenly discovered that I was stuck on something. Completely forgot at this point. You guys have the luxury of scrolling back and basically hearing what I was saying before I got completely sidetracked. I don't have that luxury at the moment. So there you go. Another large area. You can put stuff down. Let's take a look. See what it costs real quick compared to the main farm. Main farm, which includes field 12, is $383,000. Because this area down here is $208,000. So guys, there you go. There's the map. Once again, just that quick, I have forgotten how you pronounce this map. But at any rate, let me know in the comments, what do you think of this map? I think it's pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Southern forest. Quick frame of reference. Other than these buildings that we can't get rid of, the forest, you could clear this and make it into some fields. Some interesting facts that you've got these little cabins in the middle of your field or at the fringes of your field. And until next time, happy farming.